Okay guys, we continue. Now we are going to look at how to solve a simultaneous equation using graph method. Having looked at how to use simultaneous equation using substitution, elimination and the matrix method. So for example, example 1 is saying solve x plus y is equal to 3 and x minus y is equal to 1 using graph method. So when we are solving a simultaneous equation using graph method, what we do is we pick first the first equation, we make the tables of values. So we'll get the first equation. So when we talk about graph method, we are talking about using the Cartesian plane or the x or y plane. So we'll get the first equation. We'll say x plus y is equal to 3. So we are going to make a table of values for this equation, single equation. So we are going to say this will be our tables of values. So we are going to say x then y. So under this we are going to assume the values of x, but we cannot assume the values of y, we have to calculate. So we are going to assume the values of x to say if x is equal to 0, what will be the value of y? Then they are 1, then 2. So we have assumed to say x is equal to 0. We have to calculate the value of y by replacing where there is x in the first equation. Where there is x, we replace with 0. We find the value of y. Where there is x, we replace with 1. We find the value of y. And where there is x, we replace with 2. We find the value of y. So we calculate for the first one, which is 0 plus y is equal to 3. Then y is equal to 3. So we are saying if x is equal to 0, then y is positive 3. We go to x is equal to 1. So we are going to replace, so it will be 1 plus y is equal to 3. Then we calculate for y, so it will be y is equal to 3 minus 2, y will be equal to 2. So we are saying y is equal to 2. We go to x is equal to 2. What will be the value of y? So we are saying 2 plus y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3 minus 2. So y is equal to 1. So we are saying if x is equal to 2, then y will be 1. So we are done with the first equation. We go to the second equation. We are going to make also the tables of values. So we get the second equation, which is x minus y is equal to 1. We are going to make a table of values as well. So it will be x there, then y. So we are going to assume also to say if x is equal to 0, 1, then 2. So we calculate. We are using the second equation. So if x is equal to 0, so it will be 0 minus y is equal to 1. So y will be equal to negative 1. So we are saying if x is equal to 0, the value of y will be negative 1. What if x is equal to 1? So we're going to say 1 minus y is equal to 1. Then negative y will be equal to 1 minus y. Then y will be equal to 0. So we are saying if x is equal to 1, then y will be 0. Then what if x is equal to 2? So it will be 2 minus y is equal to 1. Then negative y is equal to 1 minus 2. Then negative y is equal to negative 1 because it's 1 minus 2. Then y will be equal to positive 1. Because there is a negative there, so we multiply throughout by a negative, which will give us a positive. So we are saying if x is equal to 2, then y will be equal to 1. So it means we are done with the tables of values. So these tables of values are what we are using as coordinates to plot on the Cartesian plane. So we are going to plot I'm going to write the Cartesian plane. So we are going to write the numbers, the positive and the negative, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Being the positive, then 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. These are the negative, this is the x-axis, then this is the y-axis. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then there it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is the negative, these are the negative numbers in the y-axis. So we are going to go to the first equation which we started, then we plot the coordinates on the Cartesian plane, or we join the coordinates on the Cartesian plane. So the first coordinate is 0, 3. So we are going to go in the x-axis, y is equal to 0. So we are going to go in the x-axis where we can find 0. It is in the y-axis. That's where 0 is found for the x-axis. Then y is equal to 3. So positive 3 is there. Then we are plotting positive 1, 2. So positive 1 in the x-axis, positive 2 in the y-axis. So it is the distance here seems to be very close, so there. So I'm going to plot. So it is there. Then we are plotting 2, 1. So 2, positive 2, then in the y-axis 1. So it is there. So we can join that line. So when we join these 2 points, it will be like this. Okay, so this line is x plus y is equal to 3. We can also plot now x minus y is equal to 1. So the coordinates that we have is 0, -1. So 0 is here, then -1, so it will be there. Then we have 1, 0. So 1, 0, it is here. Then we have 2, 1. So 2 there in the x-axis 2, so 2 is there, then 1, so it is here. So if we try to join these points, it will be like this. So it is there. So now how do we find the values of x and y? So where these two equations are meeting, because this is x minus y is equal to 1. So where these 2 points are, these 2 equations or these 2 lines are meeting, that's where we're going to get the coordinates or the solution. So these 2 lines are meeting at x at x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2 at the points 1, 2, 1. This is the points where the lines are meeting. So it means these are the values of x and y, this being the coordinate of x and that being the coordinate of y. So we are saying x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So these are the two answers for the two equations. So we can try to fit in to prove or to show if these are the values. So we are going to get these two equations, which is x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So I'm going to say x plus y is equal to 3. Then we replace 2 plus 1 should give us 3, which is 3 is equal to 3. Then x minus y is equal to 1. We replace x is 2, y is 1, should give us 1. So 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So these are the solutions for the equation which we have been given.